My boyfriend said I was being dramatic about cramps. Then I got a real diagnosis and he went silent. My boyfriend Gabe loved talking about his nice sheets and how his ex didn't deserve them. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. with wetness between my legs. My period came 5 days early and I'd soaked the bed. When I tried to sit up, a cramp hit so hard I couldn't breathe. I couldn't stand. I whispered, "Gabe, I need help getting to the bathroom." He cracked one eye. "What time is it?" "I'm sorry," I said. "My period started and I can't walk." He sighed, but he got up and carried me. Halfway there, another cramp grabbed me and I froze, gripping his shirt. "I can't make it to the toilet," I said. "Can you put me in the tub?" His voice turned sharp. "Can't you do it yourself?" "It really hurts," I whispered. He set me in the tub, then pointed at the floor like I was a problem. "Don't drip everywhere," he said, and walked out. From the bathroom, I heard him ripping the sheets off the bed, slamming drawers, spraying cleaner, scrubbing like the noise could erase what happened. I sat there shaking, sweating through my shirt, trying to breathe through the cramps. When I finally came out, he was standing there with the stained sheets balled up in his hands. "You ruined my sheets," he said. "I didn't know it was coming early," I told him. "I'm sorry." He sighed loud and said, "Can you drop it? You're acting like you're the one cramping for a week." I stared at him. "I am the one cramping." He rolled his eyes. "Stop crying. My sisters get periods too and they're not like this." My face went hot. "Did you really just say that?" He laughed and walked to the kitchen. I followed him, still hunched over, holding my stomach. "That was mean." He grabbed a water bottle and said, "Relax. You're acting like you're giving birth." My voice shook. "I just needed help. I wasn't trying to ruin your night." He waved his hand like I was background noise. "You ruined my day with nonsense." Then he said it, flat and cold. "If you can't handle period cramps, how do you want me to build a family with you?" I felt like the floor moved. "Are you ending this?" I asked. He scoffed. "You can be so dumb. I'm done talking. Go rest." After that, he didn't speak to me for days. When I tried to text, my message wouldn't send. He'd blocked my number, then blocked me on Instagram too. I felt sick, like I'd been erased for having pain. The only place he forgot was Snapchat, so I messaged him to meet in person because I couldn't stand the silent treatment. He came over the next day acting normal, like nothing happened. I said, "I need to talk about what you said." He shrugged. "You acted disabled. If I wasn't there, what would you have done?" "I would have fallen," I said. "I was shaking. I could barely move." He snorted. "It was dumb drama. My sisters go to work on their periods. Good for them," I said. "I'm not them. I was in real pain and you treated me like I was annoying." He stared at me like I was wasting his time, then looked past me toward the door. I said, "I'm booking a gynecologist. Something's wrong." He smirked. "I just hope next time you know me." "Why are you being so cruel?" I asked. He didn't answer. He just held up his phone, already scrolling like the conversation was over. I stepped in front of him. "Look at me when I'm talking." He exhaled like I was embarrassing him. I grabbed his phone, thinking it would force him to listen for once. "Give it back," he snapped. "Not until you listen," I said, and my heart was pounding. He grabbed my wrist and twisted it until pain shot up my arm and I dropped the phone. Tears came out fast. He stared at me and said, "What are you crying about? You did this to yourself." That's when something in me went cold. I stepped back and said, "Leave, now." He left. My wrist was red and throbbing, and my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I locked the door and texted him, "We're done." A few days later, the doctor did an ultrasound and tests. She asked me to rate the pain, then looked serious and said, "You have stage 3 endometriosis. This isn't normal cramps." I sat in my car and sent Gabe a screenshot of the diagnosis because I wanted him to understand what he'd ignored. He opened it and said nothing. The next day, his sister called. "Gabe said you broke up with him for no reason," she said. "He's heartbroken. He wants it back to normal." I told her that's not true and sent her everything. The messages, the blocking, and a photo of my wrist. 10 minutes later, she called back, quiet. "I'm so sorry," she said. "I had no idea." I hung up and blocked Gabe for good. Now his sister is saying I overreacted by blocking him. Was I wrong?